Initial thoughts from Chakri Lokapriya as well after the press conference. Emphasis on growth, a bit of a departure from what previous policy statements have looked like as well. What stood out for you?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing because central banks around the world focus on both growth as well as inflation. And in the recent past, we moved away and focused more on RBI focused more on inflation. So from that perspective, yes, now this is a good thing in a sense because it does a number of things. Marginally, rupee eases, gains. It lowers the bond yields, if anything. And that also incrementally benefits both the consumer as well as corporate, because companies have been stuck with high costs of working capital, and consumer borrowing has come down in the last several quarters. So it's an incremental step, and it also kind of is in harmony with the budget announcements. So, and that's probably a good thing because you need all horses moving in the same direction to invigorate growth.
The markets haven't quite reacted, Chakri.
I think the market is probably kind of debating whether this is viewed by RBI that the growth is dramatically slowing down, which I don't think is the case, because everybody knows IIP data has been weak, consumer demand has been weak, lending has been not so great. So I think there is a kind of an initial bit of confusion.
Or did they preempt this yesterday?
I doubt it. I think it was largely a neutral thing. Okay. So I think the market should recover in the coming sessions.
What about Chakri? So the conundrum that was up until now was the headline inflation versus the core inflation, which suddenly doesn't seem to be a conundrum anymore.
It does not indeed, and because I think probably rightly so. When you look at education or those are actually probably staples. They are not going to go up and down. And so it's what goes into the input of the definition is going to also be another debate going forward. Currently, it is an acknowledgement of the fact that consumption has been weak, corporate capex has been weak, working capital rates are high. Now, against that backdrop, you need to do a government and RBI, any central bank would need to do what to invigorate that growth. With inflation in check, it provides them a good opportunity to invigorate growth because inflation is still very well under control. So against that backdrop, I think it is a step in the right direction, will help NBFCs, banks, consumer, and infra, I guess.
Yeah. We leave it at that, Chakri. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much for joining us.
Cheers.
Appreciate you taking out the time.